All right, so Arman Tsarukyan, obviously you are now the number one ranked lightweight, coming off a biggest win of your career, in Charles Oliveira. The biggest audience of your career, UFC 300. You've headlined before, but this was a bigger platform. I mean, what did it mean for you to be able to showcase your skills to so many people?
It was like a dream fight, you know. I knew if I beat him, I'm gonna fight for the title, and I was super motivated, and I knew I can beat him, and to show everybody I deserve to fight for the belt. So and now I'm here. I'm number one. I'm number one contender. So June 1st, we'll see who is I'm gonna fight.
Sure, sure. And we'll get to that, but I do want to ask you too, because this wasn't an easy fight against Oliveira. I mean, it was a close fight on the scorecards. You each had your moments, came down to a split decision. What are you most proud of from your performance, being able to get that win?
You know, we always want to beat, like, dominate. We always want to finish, knock him out or like submit to, like. But sometimes something happen, and you can choke, you can knocked out. Especially when you want to knock him out, you're very like a stiff, and you can't do that. So that's why sometimes you gotta relax and like do what you gotta do. So and. Now I know what was my mistake because I watched a couple times the fight, and now I know so what I shouldn't do, what I should do for my next fight. And I'm still young, so I'm still like getting better and like improving myself. So and yeah, just but in the end of that, I'm so happy I won the fight. It wasn't split decision 100%. I won, like, yeah, like you said that. How's that? Unanimous? What's
Unanimous.
the unanimous?
Unanimous. So like unanimous would be all
Unanimous.
three judges
Unanimous
agree.
decision. Yeah, I won unanimous decision, definitely.
I
So
mean,
this the
hey,
war.
hey, a win's a win, right?
Yeah.
So, but obviously, that was a big one for you. What sort of things did you take away from that performance? You said you learned some things. Is there anything you could share?
No, it's a secret.
Oh, okay, okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time, maybe.
Yeah, I can say one thing. So when you're
Mhm.
looking for a knockout, like when you punch very hard, you're like sometimes very stiff, and you can like punch that. Yeah, like I can't explain it, but like when you wanna like finish him, you just shouldn't finish. Oh, I'm gonna knock him out right away. You just gotta relax and do your thing and finish his comes like I did in with Dariush. So I thought I'm gonna knock him out in the round 4 5, and he gets tired, but like I knock him out in the first round, because I was relaxing, and I just did my job, that's it. So
So maybe the lesson be a little more patient next time.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Now, obviously, that was good news from the fight. There was an unfortunate, altercation that happened between you and a spectator on the way in. He flipped you off. You threw a few punches. That was about it. But the Nevada State Athletic Commission, they're withholding 20% of your purse, your fight purse from this. They plan to revisit later date. What's your take on this whole situation?
you know they want to make me example. That's why they want to show everybody we shouldn't do that. And I apologize. Yeah, if it happened second time, I wouldn't do that, because it's can be dangerous. But I think, my opinion, bodyguard gotta like protect their hand, and like I shouldn't like see their hand, like. And yeah, but it is what it is. So next time I'm gonna get what's the called that thing, when like police put on your hand.
Oh, like
Put.
handcuffs.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear handcuffs. What's it called?
Handcuffs.
Handcuffs?
Handcuff, like a cuff link, like
Handcuff. I'm
keep
gonna
keep
wear
they keep
handcuff
your
until
wrists. Yeah.
my I'm gonna wear handcuff until my fight, until the octagon.
Okay,
And
okay.
and never happened again, that shit.
There you go. There you go. You'll be much more. Everyone can be protected from you too, right?
Yeah, because like I'm going crazy very fast, so that's why, like, I can control myself. Like first like 10-15 seconds, I can do like bad things. That's why like people shouldn't do that to me.
Sure. Well, it's a lesson all around, right?
Yeah.
So, it was, the reported the fan apologized, or, a spectator or whatever you want to call him, doesn't plan to press charges. I'm not sure if you'd heard about that. Do you have any
Yeah, I
reaction
heard
to the
that.
apology or anything like that?
Yeah,
Or
hopefully he's a good guy, and he asked about the tickets from the Dana, I guess. If he needs, I'm gonna buy for him tickets. Just let me know.
okay, all
If
right.
if Dana if Dana won't buy that, I'm gonna buy that. So let me
Okay.
know. Just
So all well that ends well, right?
yeah.
Of course, of course. Now, look, Armin, you're only 27 years old. You've already accomplished some major things in this sport. Counting the champion Islam Makhachev, you're the only lightweight among the top 12 who's even younger than 30, and you've got a few years to go before that. What does that say about the state of the lightweight division and your place in it?
It says like I'm gonna be a champion, and I'm gonna be like longest champion in the 155 division. So if I'm gonna be champion in my 27, I guess I'm gonna retire like 33 years old and 34 years old. So I wanna like be one of the best 155er in the world. So I wanna break all records. And so and I think I can do that because I have time. So I have time. I know like everybody is very old on my division, and so just take my time, learn new techniques, and be smart, train hard and smart, don't get hurt, and everything gonna be good.
So you might not be in a rush to go up to 170. You already hear about Islam talking about 170.
No, no, no. I wanna be in 155. So my goal is to be a champion. I don't think about 155 or 170 and 145. So I'm just focused on my division, and this is the best division and the toughest division in my opinion in UFC. So that's why I'm here and I work on it. So
Sure. And we all heard about the fact that UFC had offered you that title shot in New Jersey on June 1st. And they asked you right after the fight, just after you won against Oliveira. You turned it down because of the short notice and all that kind of thing. I think, the winner, obviously, we knew on this fight had the inside track to that title shot, but it surprised you that they wanted to do it so soon?
yeah, it surprised me. I didn't understand why they don't want to do like in the end of June, or like July. Why they want to just June 1st and that's it. So for me, it no make sense. They can like bring someone else and like the like push a little bit like later that fight. So, and why I didn't take that fight because it was very soon for me. I wanted like to do very well recovery, like work on my strengths, and then work on my wrestling, and then work on my uh conditional. It takes time. So yeah, of course, for money I can like get there and like fight for the title, but I want this is like a you can fight like you cannot fight for the title like every year. It's like I'm number one contender, why I gotta rush? So it's I deserve to fight for the title, and I guess I know like I can like take my time and fight for the title like in September or October, whatever. So I'm ready.
Do you think that maybe they wanted to do it so soon because they kind of needed something for that event? They had so many championship fights over 2 months, right? With 299 and 300. Maybe it might have been spread a little thin. Maybe they just needed a fight then.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm okay. I'm okay.
Mhm.
So for me it's better. So they gonna get more damage, and when I'm gonna fight with them, they're gonna be already like weak.
And they'll be just a little bit older, whereas you're still,
Yeah,
like
a
we
little
said,
bit
very
older.
young.
They gonna make weight. That I think like one time make weight. It's like takes a couple year of your life. So
Really? Is
yeah,
it
I mean
hard for you
like
to
the
make the
fight.
weight?
Oh, yeah, for everybody it's hard. I mean, it's
Mhm.
not, maybe it's not hard for our body, but for our mind, you're like every day like thinking about weight, how you gonna cut your weight, or sometimes your weight is not going down, you're like in depression, like sometimes happen, and like fighters know we can fight every weekend, but we can cut every weekend weight, especially if you cut like 30 pounds, 25 pounds. I feel like in 155 fighters, they cut more than 25 pounds, so no one cuts less than 25 pounds.
What do you walk around at typically when you're between fights, let's say?
Oh, about 182, 183.
Okay, so that's your
I
comfortable weight.
Yeah, I don't go too much because my style, I gotta move a lot. So if I was just wrestler, of course I could be like 190. This is good, but like I feel like with my style, I need like to be walk around 183, 182. So that's why I try to control myself, but I like eat, especially like good food.
I think we all like to eat once in a while,
Yeah,
don't we?
that's true. That's true.
Now you fought Makhachev obviously once before in your UFC debut 5 years ago. I'm sure you don't want to speak to everything you learned from that experience, but like what was one of the biggest things that you took away from, facing him that night?
Listen to your coach. Yeah,
That's a good lesson.
this is
It's always a good
yeah,
lesson, right?
this is the best lesson.
Okay, okay. So, a couple weeks ago, I had spoken with Islam actually, and I asked him if he was surprised that you had turned down, the quick turnaround fight. He accused you of turning down maybe 3 or 4 chances to fight him, and you responded on social media that that wasn't the truth and that he was just looking for an advantage on short notice. Were there other chances for you to have fought him over the last few years? Is what he's saying true or false?
No, it was one time.
Hmm.
Uh, I had a fight with Joel Alvarez, and the Dariush pulled out, and they were looking for someone. So I was there, and like, you wanna fight with Islam 1 week? Like, I'm in fight week, you wanna fight with Islam? I said, why I gotta fight with him if I have a fight this week? And like, Islam, he's a southpaw. My fighter, he's a orthodox. So, and like, they're completely different fighters. What do you want from me? Oh, we're gonna pay good money, this, that. I said, like, I'm not ready for this guy, because like my old training camp was like a orthodox guy, and he's a southpaw. It's like completely different. Of course, if like my opponent, like, he's a southpaw as well, like, and it makes sense to fight with him. But like, it was first time, and second time, it was this time. That's it. So
Okay, okay. So he exaggerated a little bit with 3 or 4, right?
yeah, 3, 4 times. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
So now, look, after you passed on the opportunity this time, of course, the title fight went to Dustin Poirier. Assuming, all goes according to your plan, you'd fight the winner later this year, you mentioned, but you and Dustin are both American Top Team, huge team, obviously, and you fought
yeah.
ATT guys before. How much have you two trained together or interacted with one another?
We used to train one time together, but like it was 4 years ago, and we haven't trained together yet, like 4 years, And I knew I'm gonna fight with him. Of course, he didn't think like that when I was young and like walk around like under top 15, and but now, like when I get top 15, they knew like I'm a contender. So especially in the gym, like, and that's why we didn't train together. So that it's a good, because if he wins Islam Makhachev, we can fight because we are not like sparring partners. Like, let's see, Gamrot and Poirier, they train together, and I don't know they gonna fight or not because they know each other very well. So
And probably Dustin Poirier is at the point that, he can kind of choose the fights that he's got left that he wants to take, right? So I imagine
yeah,
that's probably not
definitely,
something he wants to do. Yeah.
yeah, he is a god in our division, so he
Hmm.
deserves it.
Of course, of course. Now, if Poirier does win, that could potentially throw a monkey wrench into your plans. They might look to do, an immediate rematch or something like that later this year. It puts you in an unfortunate spot. If things do go that way, would you, look into fighting another opponent, or would you continue to wait?
No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna
Okay.
wait for my title fight. So, and I know like UFC gonna give me that chance because they're not bullshit. They're gonna do real fight with a
Okay.
real fight.
Gotcha, gotcha. Now, you're expecting, to fight for that title, like we said, later this year. October is Abu Dhabi, very likely, as it often is. November, very frequently, is in our neck of the woods over here in Madison Square Garden. You've already competed in Abu Dhabi a couple times, but not at New York. Is that something that you kind of are looking forward to doing at some point?
Yeah, looking for New York. So it's a different thing, especially fight in Madison Square Garden. It's the history place. Yeah, I would like to fight there. Yeah, but like for me, it doesn't matter. So if they said after that fight, like, oh, you're gonna fight in the end of June or in the end of July or like middle of July, I would take it because I already train and like, so I'm gonna be ready for any days. And the end of June, July, August, September, October, doesn't matter. So just let me know what day.
And to be clear, you wouldn't be serving as like the backup fighter like they often do, right? You're just you're are you going to be in New Jersey?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in New Jersey, but they they didn't ask about backup. So
And I would imagine you would have done that anyway because you could have just had the fight to begin with, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And if they paid like a lot of money, of course, I could think about that. But like, I would like just to watch their fight, not to be a backup.
Sure, sure. And I guess the last question I have for you is that fight. You're familiar with both opponents, of course, and how they fight. What's your take on the matchup? How do you see it playing out?
I see like Islam gonna try to push him to the cage to take him down and try to hold him, submit him, and but if he couldn't do that, if he can't do that, it's gonna be dangerous. If he wants to box him, I think Dustin Poirier in a different level. Like his punch, his speed, like he can knock him out very very fast. So that's why Islam gotta try to take him down right away. So yeah, and for me, the favorite is Islam on this fight, but like I can put on my money on Dustin Poirier KO. So because it could be happened.